I now see Skyview from a distance as I walk towards the site. No visible change in the Jupiter towers. Looks like the upper floors are yet to be constructed. I'll post more as I enter the site. I'm now recording the site from a neighboring plot. As I was walking towards the site, I noticed two concrete machines dropping concrete. I thought it was for Skyview Devanhalli, but realized that it is for the neighboring property. However, since I entered this neighboring plot, which was supposedly a field, now seems to be a development there as well. And as I walk, I pan my camera towards what is Jupiter, and I'm now recording this from the entrance. You will notice that the columns or the pillars have been raised from the entrance. Some of them are yet to be cast. And I see the pillars being cast right up to where my line of sight is clear. That is right up to, let me walk up a little bit. I'm trying to have a clear line of sight through the Venus towers. So what you see now is the end of the Jupiter towers. The pillars, as you see, a few of them have been raised and cast. For a few others, the pillars have just been raised and the concrete is yet to be cast. This is the end of the Jupiter tower. And this is the end of Jupiter, and I can see this is probably Venus A tower. I can't take the risk of jumping into the property, so I'll take the actual entrance. However, the pillars from the Venus side, they've just been raised and they need to be cast. And once they are cast, which I'm assuming, looking at the current status now, will take at least a month's time from now for all the pillars to be cast. That is if the construction continues. And once the pillars are cast, there will be a slab that will be cast over the pillars and will connect to the retaining wall here. This is the retaining wall on the northern side of the property. I'll get into the site now and shoot more. Now entered the site, and as I entered, the security guard wasn't there and he seems to be walking towards me now. So this is a view from the entrance where you can see that the columns have been raised. The retaining wall, majority of it. However, there are portions in between which need to be cast. I'll now enter the site. Will not go through the Jupiter towers. I'll try to get into the Venus D and C, which the builder is promising to complete in the next 2 months or so. So here are sections of the retaining wall which are yet to be cast. Some of these columns or pillars have been cast, and a few others, the concrete needs to be cast yet. I'm now at the southern side of the property. Southern side faces towards the Bangalore airport. The construction of the retaining wall at this side of the property hasn't started. However, I see TMT bars cut, and this is presumably for casting the slabs for the upper floors in the Jupiter Towers. The weather is pretty hot today. I think I'm burning at 34 degrees centigrade right now, and the sun is right above my head. The southern side of the property doesn't look great because I don't see any construction happening. Looks like they want to concentrate on the ramp which leads to the constructed towers, and that's what I showed in my a few minutes ago, where sections of the retaining wall and the columns that are being raised. It is that construction which will complete the access to the towers. I'm now walking towards the Venus Towers. The Jupiter Towers don't look in great shape. I think this has been the state of the construction for as long as our memory goes. This is the space between Jupiter and Venus Towers. I'll now pan the camera towards my shoe just to show the dust I've accumulated as I walk. What you see now is the Venus A tower. Looks like the exterior plastering has been completed. I see a lot of window grills which have been fabricated and stored here. Not sure if they are for this tower or for some other place. This is Venus B. Patches of exterior plastering to be completed. You can see that as I pan my camera in a different angle. Like I said, the southern side of the property, there's absolutely no work that has happened. Even if they start the construction of the retaining wall, it's going to take a year. This is still Venus B. Lots of plastering, external plastering to be completed, or rather still not done. I'm now at Venus C, where I can actually see the water lines being completed from inside. You can see those pipes jutting out of the vent out there. This is Venus C. I can see the aluminium windows being fixed on Venus C. It looks done at least till the 9th floor, or that's probably the 7th floor as I see. I am now at the eastern end of the property. That is where Venus D ends, and even here most of the segments of the retaining wall are complete, and I also see the columns raised, which will become part of the podium floor. The first signs of labor working here, who are fixing the boxes or the shuttering of the retaining wall. Let me now get into Venus D and see the development by my eyes. I see some cars driving up to Venus D. The site also has paints and other allied material. I see a few laborers working on staircase, plumbing material, mixed set of activities. I'm now entering one of the flats on the ground floor. This is 007 in D. I can see painters doing a touch-up of or rubbing the extra layers of putty on the walls. 007, I don't know who owns this, but looks like you will be moving, at least your flat looks in a reasonably well-placed position. Here's your kitchen, here's your utility area, the plumbing lines are in. Your bathroom. This is another flat where I have the electrical wiring going on. You can see even the switches are being fixed. Flat number, you know? 006. This is D006. That's a proud electrician holding the electric switches out there. This is 001 in Venus D. I can see the painters do a paint job here. I'm on D601, 6th floor. 601 has a name plate on it. It's marked as 601. I'll now get into 602, which is Mr. Shafiq's flat. Shafiq bhai, this is the status of your flat. The aluminium channel has been fixed, but the glasses need to be fixed. Plastering, looks like the civil work is completed. Your flat also gets a lovely view of Nandi Hills. And the clubhouse whenever it comes up. These are your bathrooms. Well, in one of the floors, in the ground floor, one of the flats, I saw that the false ceiling work in the bathroom was also completed. This is your second bathroom. Your second bedroom. The lift duct out there. I'm not sure if the lifts have been ordered, but I see that the staircase granite work is completed up to the 6th floor at least, and I don't plan to go to the upper floors from here. I'll now move over to Venus C and go have a look at my flat. That is Venus C205. I'm now in Venus C and it doesn't look, according to the mark, all that great as compared to what I saw in D. So Venus C folks will have to patiently wait for a few more months. The plastering of, although the internal plastering is complete, the external plastering, as I pan the camera, is pending. I'll walk up right up to the terrace here and come back in a while. I'm now on the terrace. I access the terrace from the Venus C floors, C towers. The overhead tanks are yet to be cast here in C, but I see that it is completed in D, or at least the staircase is covered, and I see that the waterproofing is going on, or some civil work is going on here. I also see Nandi Hills further north. It's a hazy day, and those are some of our richer cousins who live in the brigade properties out there.